Hello and welcome everybody. Tomorrow we're going to face Juventus. Are we reading this out? Well, watching this today. Today we're going to face Juventus. So it has been a match that all of us have been looking forward to. All of us have been looking forward to this match just because of one reason: it's the Champions League and it's against a good team. But unfortunately, Juventus are missing 3 of their key players with a few in doubt. So players that are going to be definitely out are Dybala, Chiellini, and Marchisio. So, out of all these names, I think that Dybala will be the biggest player missed, just because he's basically the player that gives the attack an extra dimension, whereas Mandzukic, he is a doubt for this match. So, we'll see if he plays or not. Now, the thing about Mandzukic, we all know that he's a danger in the air, but the thing about him is that he can be contained by someone that is physical, and that's exactly what Benatia is, because he is really physical. We all know that Benatia, he likes to get stuck in, he likes to show the strikers basically that he is there and that he's not to be messed with. So I think that Benatia will be perfectly able to handle Mandzukic, whereas Morata, I can't judge Morata, and that's the problem, because if you look at Morata's stats, he is rather poor actually in the league. He's rather poor, but the thing is, he's a clutch striker. He comes in and scores like the most crucial goals of all. Like, he scores in semi-finals, in finals. He's just like that clutch, and this is exactly the kind of situation that he would normally score in. So that's why I'm a little bit scared of Morata, just because you would normally expect much from him, but it's just the way he's been in the Champions League. He just comes incredibly clutch, and it's just like he comes in and rescues them when there is no hope, essentially, you know. So that's why I think Morata will be the biggest. He'll be the biggest threat to look out for. But let's actually talk about the game itself. Now, obviously, the first leg it ended 2-2, where we had a pretty dominant 60-70 minutes, let's say 60 minutes in the match, and then Juventus came back and scored 2 goals. Now, the difference between this match and obviously the first leg is that obviously we're playing at home. Our strikers are firing again, because when we played Juventus, it was only Lewandowski who was really firing. You know, Miller was pretty much on a goal drought, and all the other players are basically on a goal drought. And it was only Lewandowski that really helped us. You know, it was only Lewandowski that helped us actually win the games before it, just because he was the only one that started scoring goals. But now the tables have turned. Everyone has been scoring goals. So obviously Coman has been assisting 2. Thiago scored 2. Which kind of, you know, I think that's the first time that happened. But Thiago scored 2, Miller scored 2, Lewandowski scored 1, and we all know what Robin can do. We all know what Ribery can do. We all know what Vidal can do. So all these players that before, you know, weren't really 100% are now basically finding the form, and I think that's the most dangerous. When we find form, we usually go all out and really do damage, and especially in the Champions League at home, we've been really dominant. And it's going to be a lot of people were speculating that we are going to like play really well and maybe like win 4-1, 4-0, you know, these kind of results. And I was kind of in mind from that. I do think we're going to win, but I don't think it's going to be like a 4-1 or 4-0. I think it'd be more of a 2-0 or maybe a 3-1, you know, just 2-goal difference at max. But now with Dybala out, now with Chiellini out, now with Marchisio out, you have to wonder, like, is that really going to be, are we really going to play like that, you know, because we're going to have constant pressure on them, and especially with someone as experienced as Chiellini. He hasn't been the best centre-back this season, but his experience alone is just so key for them that essentially that would help them, you know, contain the sustained pressure that we'll put on them. Now, without him, they're not going to be able to handle that kind of pressure that we're going to put on them, especially at home, you know, where every 5 minutes we'll have 2 attacks. So that is the main area that I think is obviously good for us. That isn't the case. So that's why I think that it might actually become a dangerous match for them instead. You know, because I think that our strikers, they'll go for it. You know, Müller, Thomas Müller and Lewandowski, I think they'll really go for it. And now with obviously them looking pretty thin at the back, you have to say that the odds are, like, it's our game to lose essentially. And I think I would have normally gone with like a 2-0 prediction, but I think that we might actually win 3-0 or even 4-1. I think this time I'm gonna go with a 3-goal difference. Yes, I know I'm really stretching it, because I normally play it safe with my predictions, but I'm really stretching it. I know I've seen a few people say a 5-1 just because we beat the big teams normally at home 5-1. Obviously, well, this season should I say, Obviously, I'm thinking of Arsenal. We beat them 5-1. Then I'm thinking of Dortmund. We beat them 5-1. And then I'm thinking of Wolfsburg. We beat them 5-1. So it could be that we beat Juventus 5-1. But the thing is, we haven't actually beaten anyone 5-1 in the second half of the season yet. So maybe this is the first. I don't know. But I'll stick with a 3-1 prediction. I think that the goals are going to come in the 20th minute, the 38th minute for us. Then I think Juventus is going to score another. Then I think Juventus is going to score one goal in the 47th minute, and then I think we'll score our third goal in the 80th minute. And yeah, that's exactly how I think it's going to go. I work for UEFA, so if you want to put money on that, you can do that, because I know that for a fact. We paid it off already. Obviously I'm just joking, but that's what I think is going to happen. 3-1 result. And besides that, I was just going to say that I might do a analysis on obviously the first leg. It depends how much time I've got, because right now it's like 10 o'clock at night. Probably later than that, actually. Yeah, it's actually 11. That's how bad I am with times, because I just woke up. But I'm gonna look at the match right now and then see if I can actually record it and whatnot, because obviously people will be sleeping, neighbors and whatnot, in the house and whatnot. So I'm thinking about it. So maybe we'll see an analysis of the first match. I don't know. I can't promise that, but we'll see. Obviously the big match is tomorrow. So tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we will have to show what we're made of, and that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we have to win, because that's the only way to progress. Not really. We could also draw, but I prefer I win, because I don't want us to draw just because I'll be just too nervous in the last 10 minutes or so every time Juventus go forward. And I think most of us we pretty much want to win. And I think most of us are actually expecting to win, despite how great Juventus are, just because we're playing at home, just because of how good we are. And that's just the way I see it. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, you can rate, comment, and subscribe. You can peace out, and you can have a nice day. Bye.